A big shakeup at the top ranks of Twitter as the company confirms 4 top executives are leaving. Also expected this week, at least 2 new additions to the board, the first of many anticipated changes for Twitter's board as CEO Jack Dorsey tries to revive the struggling social media company. Wall Street Journal technology reporter Yori Ko joins us now from San Francisco. Hi, Yori. Thanks for being with us. Now, the departure of these 4 top executives has been characterized as voluntary. Do we know who's leaving and who's replacing them?
Right. So the people that are leaving are Alex Schroeder, Kevin Weil, Katie Stanton, and Skip Shimmer. So those 4 are the heads of engineering, product, media, and human resources at Twitter. At least the first 3 are longtime veterans of the company. So the fact they're leaving is a big deal. As far as the replacements are concerned, there aren't any in place at the moment. In his note yesterday, Jack Dorsey said that some of the responsibilities will be delegated out to other executives.
Interesting. Okay, and we know that before Mr. Dorsey, who was previously chairman of Twitter, agreed to return as CEO, he insisted the entire board be eventually replaced, didn't he? So do we know anything more about these new members of the board and when they will be announced?
Right. So that's one thing that we're hearing is that he does eventually want the entire board to be replaced. We are hearing that at least 2 people could be joining this week. We don't know much about them. One thing that we've heard is that at least one of the people is a high-profile person in the media industry, which would make sense because of Twitter's increasingly close ties with the media industry. I think they could use some of that expertise. The timing on the rest of it, we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, great. Now, obviously, Twitter is struggling, and Dorsey, who took over in October, has said his focus would be to make Twitter easier to use. What have been some of his innovations so far, and how has the market responded to his efforts?
To be honest, on the product side, he hasn't done too much yet. To be fair, he's only been permanently around since October, and laying out these kinds of roadmaps takes time. And if anything, Twitter needs to take its time to make sure it gets it right this time. But in terms of things that have happened while he's been back, they had that big rollout of Moments, which is a news curation feature that they've added to help make it easier for people to find interesting content on Twitter. Another thing is that just last week or a week ago, they rolled out, they integrated their real-time broadcast app, Periscope, into Twitter so that people, as they're scrolling, can now see people broadcasting videos live from wherever they are, which is pretty neat. And then, of course, there was the infamous change from the favorite stars to the heart likes.
Absolutely. What about rumors of a takeover? Are you hearing anything about that?
We are not, but it is, I guess, a fair debate to have. Twitter has sunk to a pretty low, stock price. I think it hit its all-time low last Tuesday at $16, and I believe it was 69 cents. It's about down 37% since Mr. Dorsey came back. It is in a way hard to explain why that's happening, because in the time that it's been going down, Twitter hasn't really released anything new, but at the same time, that is a testament to how much investors are kind of just sick and tired of waiting for them to do something.
Absolutely. And speaking of investors, fourth quarter earnings are expected to be announced on February 10th. What do you think that they will be paying especially close attention to?
It'll be all about user growth. So that will be the one and only metric that investors really care about. Of course, revenue coming a close second. But I think what they're really looking for is for any signs that something is working there and that they have a plan in place. I think, just qualitatively, they might be looking for comments around how Moments is doing, if that is helping keep new users around, if there's any signs of any improvement there.
Yori Ko, thank you so much for that.